Every great city in the world has its own famous landmark to identify it. If I were to say Paris, you would think of the Eiffel Tower. New York, you would think of the Empire State Building. Vegas, you would think of the Strip. The examples go on, and no famous city, including Reno, is an exception to this rule. Reno has its world-famous arch, featuring its even more famous slogan, "The biggest little city in the world." However, unlike the Eiffel Tower or the Empire State Building, its history is not as well known. How did the arch come about? Why was it created in the first place? And above all, why is Reno the biggest little city in the world? Before the gaming industry took hold in Reno, Nevada Governor James G. Scrugum dreamed of converting the state into a tourist mecca through establishing a large state park system. Though this plan never succeeded, his push for national highways through the state led to the creation of the Reno Arch. The year is 1926, and with the completion of the transcontinental highways Lincoln and Victory, cities throughout the nation are celebrating by erecting commemorative arches. Reno's Arch, designed by Norman W. Prince, is a wide steel structure that resembles a drawbridge. Its bright sign reads, "Reno, Nevada's Transcontinental Highways Exposition, June 25th through August 1st, 1927. On October 23rd, a great crowd gathers around the Reno Arch. Music soars through the air as a 480-man marching band makes its way down Virginia Street. Speakers from all over California and Nevada are there at the opening ceremony, and at the end of the night, the arch lights up the Reno sky for the very first time. After the exposition, the city of Reno decides to keep the arch. However, a suitable replacement for the previous signage must be found. Mayor Ed Roberts calls out to the citizens of Reno for suggestions, offering $100 to the winning slogan. Hundreds of entries pour in. However, there are mixed results. Suggested slogans like, "In progressive Reno, loiter, linger, locate," "East or West, Reno serves best," and my personal favorite, "Reno, if you're in a rush, we'll get you divorced in 3 months," crowded Mayor Roberts' desk. But for a long time, no suitable slogan was found for the new arch. Finally, the Reno City Council decided that the winning slogan was, "Reno, biggest little city in the world." This was a slogan that had been used for some time in advertisements. Many people submitted this phrase, but the prize went to Mr. Burns from Sacramento. To this day, no one knows why he was the one who received the money. In the 1930s, the Great Depression hit the United States, sweeping Reno along with it. The Reno City Council, looking for ways to cut expenditures, eventually sets its sights on the famous arch. Judging the $30 monthly electric bill too costly, the sign goes dark for the first time since its opening. Luckily for Reno, a heroine emerged from the throng. Her name was Rose Morgan, a local business owner, and she thought the arch's commercial value far outweighed the money saved by shutting it off. To save the arch, she formed a coalition with other business owners in Reno so that everyone could share the load of paying for the arch's electric bill. In 1933, the famous slogan burns bright once again. By 1934, the neon revolution had hit Reno. Recently, concerns of politicians and merchants alike had surfaced. Many of them felt that the slogan was outdated and overly boastful of the city. In response to these concerns, the new large green neon sign installed on the arch said only Reno. The public backlash towards this new Reno sign was incredible. Virtually no one liked the sparse green Reno sitting all alone on the famous arch. Within a year and a half, the original slogan was put back onto the sign, where it remained unaltered for the next 28 years. It's the year 1963, and, with Nevada Centennial soon arriving, the Herald's Club spearheaded a campaign to raise $100,000 to erect a newer, grander, and more modern arch on Virginia Street. The company AdArt won the contract, and by December of that year, a new 70-foot-tall arch towered over Virginia Street. In 1977, disaster struck. Unexplained electrical fires were threatening to destroy the arch. There were no apparent external causes, and, as the Reno Fire Department investigated the flames, the city of Reno stood on its toes and bit its nails. The fire could very well spell the doom of the city's symbol. Luckily, the department soon discovered the culprit. Pigeons. Hundreds of pigeons were nesting in the arch for warmth, and, in their wake, left almost a ton of pigeon droppings. The droppings were interfering with the sign's electronics, causing sparks and fires. Because keeping pigeons out of the arch was no simple issue, the city of Reno put out a contest for people to find the best possible solutions. Hundreds of ideas were submitted. One applicant suggested that the arch should be greased daily to make it too slick for perching. Another voiced the idea of regularly playing recordings of falcons from the top of the arch. Another even submitted that the best solution would be to let rattlesnakes live in the arch to kill off the pigeons. In the end, the winning submission was from Stephen Gaddis of the Herald's Club. His idea was to insert spinning rods that would tip off any bird that tried to perch on it. For his simple, elegant, and efficient idea, Stephen won the $100 prize and saved the arch from any more embarrassing pigeon fires. In 1987, the city of Reno installed its biggest and most recent arch. Designed by AdArt and built by Yesco, the arch features modern shapes, 800 feet of neon tubing, and over 1,600 lights. To this day, the arch stands vigil over Virginia Street, one of the few constants in a city that has changed so much. As for the original arch, it was restored for the film Ty Cobb, starring Tommy Lee Jones in 1994. After the filming, the grassroots efforts of the citizens of Reno managed to save it. Today, the original arch stands next to the National Auto Museum, two relics in time from a glitzy and rich past.